Hello great people, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be finding the value of a plus b. As you can see here, we have two equations. A squared minus b squared is equal to 16 and then ab is equal to 4, but we need to get the value of a plus b. Now the question is, should we go ahead and find just the value of a singularly and then the value of b, then now add the two values? If we go through that route, it's going to make the solution complicated. So we want to avoid that and try as much as possible to see if we can find the value of a plus b at once rather than finding them individually. So here's what we can do. Look at equation 1. Let's call this equation 1 and then call this equation 2. So if we were to start off with equation 1, you can already see that this is difference of two squares, a squared minus b squared. So a squared minus b squared, using difference of two squares, will be what? A plus b, and then what? A minus b. So let's rewrite that as a plus b in bracket and a minus b. And this is equal to what? What do we have on the right hand side? 16. So this is equal to 16. Now we are going to get an expression for a minus b. So what does that mean? It means that I have to divide both sides by a plus b. So I divide this side by a plus b and this side by a plus b. So this a plus b cancels a plus b. And what do you have on the left hand side? You have that a minus b is equal to 16 over a plus b. I think we can call this equation 3. It's time to pull up one algebraic identity. Let me just write it here. A minus b all squared is equal to a plus b all squared minus 4ab. Now you may be wondering, this is looking strange. I don't think I've seen this before. Don't worry, let me just quickly break it down for you. How come do I have negative 4ab? Let me start off by telling you that a minus b all squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. If you expand this, you are going to get this. But the question is, how did we now get, where did minus 4ab coming from? Now, do you know that if I want to work with this, I will have an issue because this is a squared plus b squared. But like I said, we are interested in keeping a plus b together. If you can get a value of a plus b, then that will be the result. That will be the answer that we're looking for. So in order not to have a squared plus b squared like this, and to keep it like this, a plus b all squared, that's why I decided to leave it like this. But the question is, how did we get this from this? Let me show you how. So I want you to know that a squared plus b squared, all right, is equal to a plus b all squared minus 2ab. Yes, it is. If you expand this, you are going to get a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. So wait, let me just make this easy for you. If you expand a plus b all squared, you are going to get what? A squared plus b squared plus 2ab. Now, because I want to get an expression for a squared plus b squared, you can move plus 2ab to the left hand side. What are you going to have? You're going to have a plus b all squared minus 2ab, then is equal to what? A squared plus b squared. Now, coming back to this equation here, look at this. Where are we? We are here, right? Remember, I'm trying to get from here to this. So now that we have what a squared plus b squared is, look at it. What is a squared plus b squared? See it here. It is what? A plus b all squared minus 2ab. So if you take that expression and plug it into this, let me just rewrite this again here. So we have a minus b all squared is equal to what? This is a squared plus b squared, but I will no longer write that. I will now replace it with what? This one here, this expression here, which is what? A plus b all squared minus what? 2ab. But we still have an extra minus 2ab here. So let's write it here, minus 2ab. And then what do we have? We now have that a minus b all squared is equal to what? A plus b all squared minus 2ab is what? Minus 4ab. So I've just shown you how I was able to get this algebraic identity, which is what? A minus b all squared is equal to what? A plus b all squared minus 4ab. Now, this is going to be useful in helping us to get our answer. So let's proceed from this algebraic identity. Now, I hope you know that a minus b is equal to, from equation 3, where is it? See it here. A minus b is equal to 16 over a plus b. We want to plug it back into this equation. So we have that a minus b is equal to 16 over a plus b. So we're going to put it into this equation here, this one right here. It's going to be what? 16, see it here, a minus b all squared. So that will be what? 16 over a plus b all squared, okay, is equal to what? This expression. What do we have? We have a plus b all squared minus 4ab. Now, the good thing here is that we have a plus b, we also have ab. Remember, equation 2 has that ab is equal to 4. So you see how useful it's going to be. This one is going to be very useful. Now let's proceed. This is raised to power 2, which can be applied to 16 and what? A plus b, because of the bracket. So it's going to be 16 squared over what? A plus b. We can write all squared. Let me write this well. Is equal to what? A plus b all squared, then minus 4 ab from equation 2. ab is equal to 4. So I will replace ab with what? 4. And then let's continue. So what is 16 raised to power 2? 16 raised to power 2 is 256. Then we have that this is all divided by what? A plus b all squared is equal to what? A plus b all squared minus what? 16. Now, to make this equation simpler, we can assign a variable and make it equal to a plus b all squared. So I can say we can use x be equal to a plus b all squared. So if x is equal to a plus b all squared, I'll plug it back into the equation. So I will have what? 256 over what? No longer a plus b all squared, but what? X. And this is equal to, look at this one here, a plus b all squared will be what? X again, then minus 16. You see how simple this equation looks. Now, I don't want the fraction. I will now multiply through by x. If you multiply through by x, you have 256 over x times x is equal to x times x, then minus 16 times x. So you watch this now. X cancels x. Then you have 256 is equal to, what is x times x? That's x squared. And then this is what? Minus 16x. So let's transpose 256 to the right hand side. We have 0 is equal to x squared minus 16x minus 256. We have a beautiful quadratic equation. So we're going to use the formula method to solve this equation. I can just remove this equal to, this 0 is equal to, and put it right here. If you compare this with the general form of a quadratic equation, which is what? Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, you would agree with that a is equal to what? 1. The coefficient of x squared, I don't want to bore you with this, b is equal to negative 16, and c is equal to what? Negative 256. Let's bring in the formula, which is what? X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of what? B squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. We have the values for a, b, and c. We'll plug it into this formula to minus b is what? Negative 16, then plus or minus the square root of b again is negative 16, so you have that squared, then minus 4 times 1, a is 1, and what is c? Negative 256. Then all divided by what? 2 times 1, because a is 1. So here x is equal to Negative times negative 16 is 16 plus or minus the square root of, what is negative 16 squared? So negative 16 times negative 16 is 256. Negative 4 times negative 256 is plus 1024. Then all divided by what? By 2. So here we have that x is equal to 16 plus or minus, what is 256 plus 1024? That's 1280. Of course, we have the square root there, all divided by 2. So can we break 1280 so that one of the numbers would be a perfect square? Yes, we can. 1280 is equal to 256 times 5. If you multiply these two numbers, you will get 1280. 256 is a perfect square. It means that when you apply square root to that number, you get a whole number. So that's why we chose 256 to be one of the numbers. So we have that x is equal to 16 plus or minus the square root of what? 256 times 5, all divided by 2. So x is equal to 16 plus or minus, what is the square root of 256? That's what? 16. Then root what? 5, all divided by 2. This 2 will be used to divide 16 and this 16. And this 16 root 5 rather. So let's quickly do that to make the expression much simpler. So x here is equal to 16 over 2 plus or minus 16 root 5 over 2. So 2 into 16 is 8, and 2 into this 16 is what? 8. So we have that x is equal to 8 plus or minus 8 root 5. So we can conclude by saying x is equal to 8 plus 8 root 5, or x minus 8 root 5. Should this be the final answer? Not yet, because we already set x to something. Let's bring that what x is. Remember that, or can say recall that what? X is equal to what? A plus b all squared, as we have earlier in the working. X is equal to a plus b all squared. So let's bring that here. A plus b all squared is equal to what now? Let's pick this first value of x, which is 8 plus 8 root 5, or again a plus b all squared is equal to what? So sorry, this is supposed to be 8, not x. This is 8. So what do we have here? 8 minus 8 root 5. Now, because we're asked to find a plus b and not a plus b squared, we have to square root both sides so as to get rid of the square. So we square root both sides. This one here and this. Same here too. And of course this one. So this square root will cancel the square. You have a plus b is equal to the square root of what? Now let's even factorize this. What is common between these two terms? 8 is common. So we can factor out 8. So we have in bracket 1 plus what? Root 5. Okay. Or this square root will cancel the square. We have a plus b is equal to what? The square root of what? Again, we factor out 8. We have 8 bracket 1 minus root 5. So what's our conclusion now? Our conclusion is that a plus b is equal to the square root of 8 bracket 1 plus root 5, or the square root of what? 8 bracket 1 minus root 5. I hope you got value from this video. Kindly support my work by sharing this video and subscribing to this channel for more content like this. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.